Today we are going to work in the 10 regular verbs that you need to know to speak Spanish like a local. Well, maybe not like a local, but fluently. Let's break down the most important 10 irregular verbs that you need to know in order to speak Spanish with some fluency. If you want to know more about irregular verbs, you can always check our program 10 Days Survival Spanish, how to learn the Spanish by yourself. But today we are going to work only in 10 verbs. I like the number 10, so it will be nice to work in the 10 most important verbs. Okay. Basta, Nacho, basta. Okay, so today my dog Nacho is going to join us for this class. So please don't distract me. So, él es Nacho. And today we are going to start with the first 3 important verbs. The 3 as a tree. Why I want to say that the 3 as a tree is because I like to think like this tree is, let's imagine this, to be, el verbo ser in Spanish, like yo soy Gaby, él es Nacho, and estar, which is also to be, but only for temporary things and places. So, este árbol está aquí. And the next thing is have, el verbo tener, which este árbol tiene hojas. So, the first 3 verbs are the tree. In this video, we are going to work in the forms in present and in the past. So, when you're learning these 10 verbs, you are also going to learn 2 tenses, okay? So please pay attention. I will say it when it's present and when it's past. When it's the present, we are talking about the verbo ser. We're saying yo soy, tú eres, él es. Nosotros somos, vosotros sois, for people who is traveling to Spain, only in Spain. Ellos son, ustedes son, in Latin America. In the past, yo fui, tú fuiste, él fue, nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis, ellos fueron. Now, let's go for the verbo estar. Yo estoy, tú estás, él está. Nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos están. Then, el verbo tener. Yo tengo, tú tienes, él tiene, nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis, ellos tienen. In the past, el verbo estar. Yo estuve, tú estuviste, él estuvo, nosotros estuvimos, ellos estuvieron. Please notice that we are taking only one past tense. In Spanish, we have different kind of past tense. We can talk about it in another video. But for now, we are going to just talk about this past tense, that like the pretérito simple. El pretérito simple is the most common tense that we use to talk or to refer about the past. Good, now that we have the conjugation, please take note of this. You can see it. So just very quickly, the difference between the verbo ser and estar is that ser we use for all the characteristics are very intrinsic in us, so that means what we are, our nationality, our name, our personality, and the verbo estar is for temporary things like how I feel today, my mood, estoy feliz, estoy triste, and also for location, like Nacho está aquí. Yeah. And tener, we use for tener for everything. Yo tengo un perro, and also 2 gatos. If you see my videos, they are always in my videos. Okay, and tener we also use it to talk about the age. With these 3 verbs, you can have a small conversation, a small talk. Yo soy Gaby, yo soy de Ecuador. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Quién eres? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cuál es tu profesión? The next group is gonna be the action verbs. So I picked 3 important verbs that always we use for actions, like ir, to go, hacer, to do, and put, poner at the end. But now we are gonna talk about the verbo hacer. Yo hago, tú haces, él hace, nosotros hacemos, ellos hacen, vosotros hacéis, ellos hacen, o ustedes hacen. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces hoy? Gracias. And then we are going to talk about verbo poner, to put. I like this verb a lot because in Spanish we use it in many ways. First, when I want to talk about where I put my things, like I put my computer, yo pongo la computadora en la mesa. But I also can use poner for put on clothes, for put on accessories. I can say yo me pongo una camiseta. Okay? So yo pongo, tú pones, él pone, nosotros ponemos, vosotros ponéis, ellos ponen, ustedes ponen. Okay? So we are talking about the verb ir. And this is very important verb. You know, I like to say the word important. So it is yo voy a. A represents the where are you going. So it's like the direction to. Tú vas a, él va a, nosotros vamos a, vosotros vais a, ellos van a, ustedes van a. So yo voy a la playa. Don't forget, in this case, you're going to need to put if it's masculine or feminine, the place you are going. So a la playa, a la fiesta. So what is important is like we're saying yo voy a el parque. We cannot say a él. We are going to say al parque. Very good. And this is a very important verb because when you are using yo voy a plus another verb, you are talking about the future. For example, yo voy a trabajar mañana. You place a little bit of an adverb from time and then you make it as future. Yo voy a trabajar la próxima semana. We are talking about these three action verbs. So let's talk about these verbs in past. So in the past, the verbo hacer, yo hice, tú hiciste, él hizo, nosotros hicimos, ellos hicieron, vosotros hicisteis y ustedes hicieron. Y el verbo poner, yo puse, tú pusiste, él puso, nosotros pusimos, vosotros pusisteis, ellos pusieron, ustedes pusieron. En el verbo ir, yo fui, tú fuiste, él fue, nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis, ellos fueron. And don't forget to put the a. So the at the end. So yo fui a la fiesta ayer. And the time is important. So that means I went to the party. With these three verbs, I can do so many small conversations. For example, somebody asks you, ¿qué haces? Ah, voy a la playa. O, ¿qué hiciste ayer? Ayer fui a la fiesta. Now the next group is gonna be what I want. I want it all. I like to call this group like this because we have the important verbs to express what we can do or what we want. So we have the verbo querer, el verbo poder. Querer is also an irregular and it's very important, it's to want. And yo quiero, tú quieres, él quiere, nosotros queremos, vosotros queréis, ellos quieren, ustedes quieren. Then we have the verbo poder. Yo puedo, tú puedes, él puede, nosotros podemos, vosotros podéis, ellos pueden. And these two verbs are, as we call it, modal verbs. That means these verbs need to have another context to have a real explanation. For example, yo quiero comer una pizza. O yo quiero agua, por favor. And yo puedo hablar español. So you need to make these structures. And when you are using the verbo querer o poder, please conjugate the first verb. So you said yo quiero, but the second verb you have to put in a complete form. Comer, beber, bailar. Okay, now we're going to talk about the verbo saber y conocer. And this is also a verb that you can use to express many things what you want. So saber is to know and conocer is also to know. Saber, we use it for information and verbs like I know how to do something. So yo sé hablar español. Y conocer is when I know someone. So yo conozco a Nacho. The conjugation is yo sé, tú sabes, él sabe, nosotros sabemos, vosotros sabéis, ellos saben, ustedes saben. And yo conozco, tú conoces, él conoce, nosotros conocemos, vosotros conocéis, ellos conocen. The past. The past for the verbs I wanted all. Yo quise, tú quisiste, él quiso, nosotros quisimos, vosotros quisisteis, ellos quisieron. El verbo poder, yo pude, tú pudiste, pudimos, nosotros pudimos, ellos pudieron, ustedes pudieron. En el verbo saber, yo supe, tú supiste, él supo, nosotros supimos, vosotros supisteis, ellos supieron. In a nutshell, we have 3 groups that we can work these 10 verbs. Okay? So the first group is the 3. Ser, estar y tener. As a 3. The second group is action verbs. Ir, poner, hacer. The third group is I want it all. Querer, poder, conocer, saber. These are probably the most important verbs. You remember them in Spanish in the past and in the present. You are ready to go. So you can practice by you making some sentences. I'm gonna put some exercises in the description of this video. These exercises are that you can quiz yourself. If you want to know more about the Spanish lessons, you can always send me a message in our website. You can have our lessons. We are located in Ecuador in a small beach town. They call it Montanita. And you can visit us anytime. You can surf, learn the Spanish, and relax in a beautiful hotel. Or you can also take the lessons online. So don't forget to subscribe to follow for more videos. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send it. And I'm very, very happy that you can continue watching our videos. And see you next time. And Nacho will see you too. So hasta la próxima.